First year was really, really tough. We're trying to grow the team, and we couldn't get people to work for us because our office, well, it didn't even look that good. It was you had to climb 4 flights of stairs to get there. Once you got in there, it looked terrible. I mean, the last office we were in, I know no one was overly impressed with that, but it was a palace compared to the very first office. So we're trying to build the business, we're trying to expand the company, and it was tough. There's lots and lots of challenges that we had to overcome in the first year. And I think at some points in the first 2 years, it was touch and go whether the business would even be here today. We've expanded into multiple countries, and we've overcome the same sort of challenges in those countries of people saying, oh, mobile phone insurance won't work, this won't work in Malaysia. Then we made it work in Malaysia. We went to India, people said mobile phone insurance won't work in India. We went to Indonesia, what did they say? Won't work in Indonesia. And we've made it work absolutely everywhere, and we've become a total success story from being a company that didn't even exist, and then existed but didn't have any revenue, then had revenue but was insignificant, to being the market leader in every single market. We are the #1 mobile phone insurer in Malaysia. #1 in Indonesia. We're now #1 in India. We had 20 competitors in India, and we're now #1. We're #1 in the Philippines, and we're the #1 mobile phone insurer through the whole of Southeast Asia. So, what a stunning journey from just a few people, an idea, and everybody telling us that it wouldn't work. Everybody said mobile phone insurance wouldn't work. It won't work, it won't work, it won't work. Well, guess what? This year we're going to do $50 million in revenue on something that doesn't work. Not bad, yeah? So it's been a stunning story, but the story's only just started. For me, this is not a result of a major milestone or a finish line that we've got to moving into this office. This is the beginning. This is the beginning of the next 10-year journey. It's the beginning of the expansion into new markets like Thailand and Myanmar. It's the beginning of the new customer journey. You know, for the last 10 years, we've given the customer the same experience. And we talked about this last year. 10 years ago, the whole company was different, apart from one thing. It took 7 days to get your mobile phone repaired and returned. Guess what? 10 years later, still takes 7 days to get your mobile phone repaired and returned. So whilst Uber have redefined taxis, TripAdvisor's redefined travel, Google's redefined information, we hadn't redefined anything. So last May we had a meeting very similar to the one that's about to happen on Friday, where we got all the CEOs together and we said, if we don't disrupt the customer experience, well, we'll go the same way as taxis and travel agents. We've got to disrupt ourselves. So Andy, Harmit, the whole CXO team have been working, I suppose, ferociously on a new plan to change the customer experience. To take 7 days down to a matter of hours. So if you drop your mobile phone and damage it, someone comes out, repairs it, returns it, maybe within 50 minutes. We want to do to mobile phone insurance what Domino's Pizza did to pizza delivery. Yeah? That kind of immediate gratification. Nobody ever said wow about having their mobile phone repaired. But if you get it done in 45 minutes from phoning the call center or going on Mia the chatbot, you'll go wow. And we've already seen that from people who've had that done. They've posted on Instagram, on Facebook. One of them's in the background here, my wife Claudine. So she got her repaired in 50 minutes. So that's going to make people go wow. And when you just talk to an automated chatbot and it just gives you the thumbs up and everything else happens, that's amazing. So we're going to innovate everything. The customer journey, we're going to innovate our distribution by going direct to customers. We're innovating where we work and our lifestyle. I mean, this is a great environment. Do you guys like the coffee and the croissants in the morning? Yeah? Okay. So we want to innovate everything. We want to innovate the experience for our team. We want to innovate the experience for our customers. And, you know, getting to #1 is one challenge, but do you know what the bigger challenge is than getting to #1? Staying in #1. It's easy to become complacent. And if we don't disrupt, if we're not aggressive about what we deliver as individuals within the company and what we deliver as a company to the customer, guess what? It's very easy to become #2. So we've actually hit a milestone, but this is the start, not the end. This is the beginning of the next 10 years. This is the beginning of our $1 billion a year goal by 2027, which we all talk about now. 2027 is going to become 2025, become 2024, maybe 2022. So we've got a huge amount to achieve. It's extremely exciting. There's a lot of hard work been done to get where we are today, but the exciting stuff's not even begun yet. In the course of the next couple of weeks, you're going to see this whole room change as well. So we're going to relaunch our core values as a company. And the marketing team have come up with a fantastic acronym for our core values. Same core values, but the acronym is EPIC. And we're going to be asking everybody, are you epic or not? And Celeste and her team are going to be putting things all over the walls that challenge us every day to think correctly and to think disruptively about our business, about our industry. And if we do that and we really get the core values alive again within the company, which I think they have faded a little bit, as we've grown and we've decentralized, in some places our core values are not as alive as they were when there was only 5 or 10 people in the room. And that's natural, that's what happens. So the marketing team are going to bring that alive again. And if you can exemplify every day, going beyond expectation, being transparent in your communication, innovating in every area, be it marketing, finance, operations, HR, and you can show a positive attitude with that. You know what, the next 10 years is not just going to be great for the company, it's going to be great for every single person within the company. As you guys get promotions, make more money, the bonuses get bigger and bigger and bigger every year, everybody's going to benefit. So I want to say thank you to everybody for all the work that everybody's done to get us here today, but just remind us all that this is the start, not the end. This is the beginning of the next 10 years. Whatever we've achieved so far, we've got 100 times more to achieve in the coming years. So let's mark this as the beginning, and let's think about what we're going to achieve. And lastly, thank you to everybody who's made this possible so far. Thank you very much. And on that note, I think we've had enough interruptions, so let's get back to work. Yeah?